the option to counter pick. As we see this come in now with the LeBlanc, zoom out, how do these compositions play and what will their keys to victory be?
So I actually like the way Astralis drafted their last two champions, because I think they were kind of on the same boat as me. They're like, okay, it looks like we're going to see much more of a kind of a 1-3-1.
In terms of week 1, no first blood, no first down, negative at 14 minutes. We'll have to come back to that. Kobe's already forced backwards. Now the damage reply from Jonghoon and Kobe. Summon a heal block, traded back and forth, DOS forced to flash. Exit kick down to 200, down to 110. Gets the heal from the ebb and flow, side steps away the Mystic Shot. Exit kick!
Yeah, I think this is a matchup that tends to go well for the LeBlanc in the early stages, but Jonghoon.
Another burst of damage. Jonghoon going to be chunked out low. DOS the target from Kobe, stepping forward, firing Mystic Shot off the Mystic Shot inside the minion wave. Exit kick has to be careful. The minions are doing a lot of work. Kobe, no flash available to him, can't get in range. And Exit kick wants to stick around. He wants to bait. Here comes Marcoon. He has to be flawless from Kobe. Does Exit kick try and pick up the assist here? Mystic Shot will connect, denting blows, as well as that charge from the Vault Breaker. Soul kill there for Mark.
Fight a little bit harder than we think of most traditional Ezreals who have the tier stars.
We'll see once that build continues to play out. So Sheena secure that tower plate. I want to briefly look at the stats. Although, are they going to fight? They are going to fight. We'll have to come back to this. No more graphics, Trevor. Aqua Prison will at least throw up Jonghoon. Tidal Wave forces out the summoner heal, chucking out those autos. Flash over the wall. Flash for Kobe too. Here comes Marcoon. Cease and desist. Dunk down onto Jonghoon. Now the tower dive. How clean is this? 113 coming from behind. Glacial Prison's available to him and Kobe's dead. Flashing away from the prison. No one's locked in place. SK get 2. Jonghoon just dunked down. And while we're in that replay again,
they might still want to try and go for this, right? Marcoon has that cease and desist available.
Oh, look at that piercing light damage, and nobody's finding a shot for Astralis. The prison goes wide. Jonghoon taking a lot of culling damage. True Shot Barrage unable to secure Exit kick, and now 4 versus 2. No cannon barrage, no teleport, no Finn. And Shelly's been dropped. With the help of the Rift Herald, 113, and Kobe could be the target. Here comes Certus. W's forward flash available. Tidal Wave captures one. Kobe is obliterated and executed. Seconds until the ultimate available. Marcoon hops over the wall, so 2v2 being set up. Irrelevant now. We'll be able to counter strike, trading back and forth with that. Oh, not on Finn looking for the solo with the cannon barrage! While Finn is doing well, the rest of the map is falling to pieces. Jonghoon jumped on as Exit kick destroys him.
To match a lot of the roams from Certus, try and help out with 113. And again, SK putting on a masterclass.
Yeah, they really are. Kobe the next target once again. Piercing Light picks up that kill. Take a look at the damage so far. Exit kick doing work as is this time caught out by the Glacial Prison. No. He stays alive, but for how much longer? Gets the end. The flow and finally taken down with the flail. Now all of a sudden 113. The boar's looking for sushi.
Bottom end, it becomes very easy for you to make plays happen.
This is the second Rift Herald that SK have summoned, if I recall correctly. Finn's going to throw out a barrel, clear some of those minions. Tower in the mid lane will stand, but the bottom is just about secured for Certus. The top lane, I think, should also be taken down this game, which is looking that way. Those percentages drop from 26% to 15% of the remaining, sorry. So there is still opportunity. Certus push that wave all the way for Dayor to pick up. We're going to see yet another trade. Cannon Barrage has dropped, Counter-Strike back, eat the orange. All of a sudden, Finn forced to use that stopwatch. Teleport's being channeled. Dayor the first to arrive, but maybe not in time. That's a dead Finn. Here comes Dayor. He's managed to hijack the Grandmaster's challenge, but not going to be enough just yet as a leap from Irrelevant keeps him up. Certus may need to land another chain. No one else can jump in the fray. Members of SK now being jumped on. Irrelevant gets the Counter-Strike stun and sidesteps the steal. No one can be enough as Dayor.
Early losing out of the 1v1 to Irrelevant. It's not going to be the best spot. Jonghoon, you've done this before!
Oh, Exit kicks. Kobe's still looking for the tower, but here comes Irrelevant.
This is where you got to see what Irrelevant can do. Has that ultimate available? Can he get a multi-man?
Remember, the goal difference is significant, but in team fights, the synergies of Astralis comp cannot be denied. Use that stopwatch to buy some time. Tidal Wave into the Glacial Prison. Irrelevant is the first to fall on behalf of SK, and the culling will not find Jonghoon.
Cannon Barrage, the ultimate from 113. Nobody in that SK can actually follow up here because of the position even of that barrel, right? If you try to move through the choke, Finn is going to absolutely destroy you now that he's hit his second item. So really nice job from Astralis to spot how they could use the terrain in their favor there.
And that means that Astralis keep themselves a little bit in touch. 22 minutes in, still only that 3,000. I mean, this is a story of two halves. Finn and 113 really need to help set things up on behalf of Astralis, and they need to find a way to control
another time rather than linking up as a 4-man unit.
Yeah, it felt like that Finn little skirmish kind of put pressure, and Certus backed away. He's going to need to use that W to safety. Cease and desist way downtown. Marku split from the rest of SK. Manages to dash back with the Q. True Shot Barrage flies out. Deo stolen the tidal wave, but now he's facing 4 members. Make that 3 as Irrelevant has held multiple members of Astralis back. Deo cannot find the kill just yet. Marcoon's on a killing spree. Everybody held at bay, but SK get the kill.
That was so nice to a good, or so close to a nice fight for Astralis, but just not quite able to get the barrel combo for Finn. And SK, they want more.
Oh, Finn is finito. Take it.
Gonna be spotted by Certus.
They've got the time here, Dagda. They've got the time. That's a root coming out from the chains. Caught by the prison as well. Baron should be secured. It's Irrelevant Certus keeping Astralis at bay. That's so much to a 40% HP copy. Great catch there, Dagda. Unfortunately, that offensive. They're consistently falling backwards. Dale is going to hijack that culling, and with the Baron empowered minions, all 5 members of SK, 6,000 gold up. And they just brute force their way, as Atlas would say, smash
themselves 4x a kick, and now they want to try and push it home further.
Oh, goodbye. Goodbye indeed. I think with the additional range from that rapid fire cannon, the movement speed from Nami, just how far ahead. 4.6 thousand gold lead. Exa kick is definitely the man in the moment here for SK. Finn gets punched in the face by those giant gloves, and another inhibitor is falling. SK are moments away from securing group stage or picking up a 5-game winning streak. And I said at the top of the show today that this is the team that could be looking at top 2. This type of play, they're definitely making a case for it. Yeah,
I think it's going to be a big case of trying to see if they're able to win this game, what happens in group stage, because I think they definitely have a very defined style of, hey, we want to set up Exa kick and toss, and I'm curious to see what happens when they get to the next stage. Teams are able to prepare for them in that best 3, but right now, this game...
Stars today, XL tomorrow, and then Fnatic on Monday, as 113 may go down. If SK win all 3 of those games, and that's very likely, they have 92% of remaining scenarios where they lost at this point.
Yeah, I mean, especially they got XL and Fnatic still to play, teams that have been struggling. This could be SK taking that. Sure, we can get all 3 of these outer towers down and sets up well, but now they want to go for more.
Dun, 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 dun. The engage onto Younghoon. Here comes Irrelevant from behind. The tidal wave as well as the counter-strike stun doing so much work, and Sortus forced to run for his life from Deo's Silas. Multiple members of SK are just burning through the HP bars, but it is at the cost of Irrelevant's life. Exa kick flies forward before Kobe gets one back. Now all of a sudden Dale trying to do what he can. The last man standing for Astralis there. The side of Exa kick. We saw in the minimap the Soul was secured, so Kim Tech Drake Soul picked up by SK Gaming. Last ditch effort inside Baron. No flash for Irrelevant. Here comes the rest of SK. There is a split off. It looks like there's a siege. Finn has been able to take down Certus, but it's at the cost of his life. Now all of a sudden, SK lost another. SK lost a 3rd. The Baron is still available. Momentarily, the Baron still being secured. Irrelevant can jump on Younghoon, and he does. Counter-Strike doesn't find its target. Deo can steal the Grandmaster's might as Irrelevant's no flash available. He should go down. No, hops over onto the ward. Now turning his attention to try take out Younghoon.
Who's left in to do? I don't know anymore.
Deo takes down Irrelevant.
I mean, Baron up creeps here. Irrelevant still isn't alive. This is still a 4 versus 5.
There is no way Zashans can turn this one around. Pushing inside the base. Have they done it? Have they got the power? Baron and power minions being used to equalize that mid-lane inhibitor. They back away.
Actually have to stress out about any sort of pressure there, so they're just immediately going to turn towards the side lane.
They've decided to recall. There's 2 teleports available, and Finn is left on defensive duty. Where is he TP?
Now your Baron buff is gone.
Oh, Glacial Prison! That's a good prediction, but there's nothing to follow. There's no one to follow that up. SK smell. Oh, Finn lands a beautiful barrel, forcing SK to retreat. He takes down Certus one for the final push. 2 super minions pouring onto the Nexus Toast. The first has been cleared. Dale has teleported into the fray. Look for the barrel. Look for the barrel. Oh! Doss loses 80%. He gets parlay. Sends him to the fountain. All of a sudden, SK are routed and running for their lives. They've lost 3. Looking for 2 more. All of a sudden, Astralis cannot find Irrelevant. just yet. The Nexus Toast still stands. The minions are alive. 10 seconds before Surges is up. Irrelevant is buying so much time. He's finally taken out as Malkoon gets one back on a Yonghoon, but it doesn't matter. The Nexus Toast the focus. Can Surges pull off something magical? I don't think he can.
It's over.
How did Astralis do it? They take down SK.
Lose a game with Draven earlier in the week. And I think this means that Heretics need to be looking for something a little bit out of left field. You've got to look for something like a Rakan that can roam early, that can get kills in lane potentially as well.
Patrick and Targamas, they've got the cleanse and the ignite on the side of Heretics. And Odo's backing away. Odo could teleport in if needed. That's a two-man knock-up, stand aside. Mercer takes a couple tower shots and first blood secured by Jack Spectra. Now Targamas is the next target. Yanko steps forward, one auto, the second, the third, the fourth. It's a double kill for Jack Spectra. And able to push all the way into VTO, and that's a big call. My Cocoon is all of a sudden going to land. Ruby's getting burnt. Shockwave onto 3, but there's not enough damage to follow it up. VTO will get out of his kit, his first game on it. Gigantic minion wave on the bottom lane. VTO is making his way forward. That unbreakable wall is up. Now it's timed out. Piercing arrow flies forward. Jack Spectra's got Whirling Death available to him, and the exhaust insta-cleanse! The death whirls forward as Jack Spectra gets a third. Continues to step backwards. Spinning axe after spinning axe, and he should be taken out here by VTO. The minions finally do it, and the shutdown. Team Heretics are in a better position. It's down to 3,000. We fancy ourselves a fight here, Dagda.
Yeah, I mean, look at Jack Spectra. This is the guy that has to carry Bloodthirster completed. He's the first one with an item, but XL just looking for poke.
Where's the engage? Mercer, quickness available to him, can hop over the wall. XL are grouped up, they're holding on to the trigger instead. Will secure that one. He's looking for a now potential fight. Chain of corruption starts to spread. The quickness will slow down and Jack Spectra forced to flash away. Unbreakable has now timed and Whirling Death burns down the HP bars as Yankos is focusing the spider. Jack Spectra gets another, this time onto Xerxes. They get the dragon.
Call from XL.
I really like the call out. Into the Bloodthirster without the member that's kind of fed. 1,000 gold advantage for VTO. You can see it on your screens right now. Ultimately, I think maybe fancying what they could get on a surprise. Accelerated shot blast, bring the hammer down! The Mercurial hammer, and VTO finds this.
Yeah, but look, Ruby's on his way. You've got VTO as well. This is going to turn into a much bigger fight.
Glacial Prison instantly cleansed away for the knockout and the quickness. Patrick is just about to drop, but the Unbreakable is buying enough time. Finally, Jack Spectra gets the kill. The shield is proc from that Bloodthirster, continues step forward, the spinning axes. Here comes Odo with the backup of VTO. Mercer's down as a double for VTO. The tower may be secured with the help of the Rift Herald, though, and I think net advantage Team Heretics. The thing is...
But the thing is, you can see Odo has to completely abandon this top side. He knows that you're going to get Jack Spectra and Yankos moving up towards this top side. So Ebby can now get this tower, you hold on to Rift Herald for the mid play, and you send Ebby off to this bot side to push that in and then try and get more. But actually, looks like they're going to try and contest for the tier 2 instead, which I'm kind of surprised at, to be honest.
Well, they dropped the Herald down. Going to be playing on the Hex game.
From same with Odo Omni, trying to play through these side lanes to keep it in check. You can see Ruby's just doing her, ooh, hang on.
Well, there's the flash away. Patrick fires the Chain of Corruption, will not work. Odo's already channeled. Call of the Forge God, and Mercer rolls to run for his life. Flashes underneath the tower. Jack Spectra using spinning axe after spinning axe, backed up by a Glacial Prison. He gets another, the 6th of the game. Cersei forced to flash away to safety. The shockwave is gigantic from Ruby, trying to set up more. Poke doesn't matter if you cannot stand your ground. And Heretics find 2 kills, and they get some damage on this tower. But take a look at VTO. Not done yet. Accelerated shock blast. Well, the pressure on Targamas is huge because that shield does not last long enough. Stand aside, finds 2, buying some time. Cersei's able to at least get away for now, but Targamas left inside of the jungle. Kill another one secured to Jack Spectra. So many of them donated. 8 kills for Heretics. All 8 of them on Draven. It doesn't really get much better than that.
No, and I mean, I think this is showing a very different style for Heretics, because when we looked at it, it's actually been the gold that Jack Spectra has been massively behind him, like 1.8k when we look at the 14-minute mark, but we're going again.
Look at that, Yankos has found VTO. Prison into Shockwave, and Mercer's able to fly to safety. While that's going on, thumbs up in the chat. If Heretics win this game, they lock top 8, but so do G2, BDS, and Mad Lions. All 3 of those teams waiting in the wings, waiting to secure themselves the group stage. It's being led by Jack Spectra. It's a 7.
But you can take the big purple worm just after the 20-minute mark, you might as well.
Well, VTO can shoot some fish in a barrel. Teleport's available to him, has been channeled, he has arrived. 4,000 HP. Ebby's buying as much time as he can. Mercer's no quickness. It's too late. It's too late. It's too little. It's too late. But what more can Exile do? The searing charge knocks up a few as Jack Spector's locked inside the pit. But the stun is huge. Ebby wails away on VTO. He's forced to run for his life. Ruby's 1 second for the shockwave. Pulls Odo back. And all of a sudden, Heretics are wrecking Exile. Goodbye, Patrick. 2 more kills to Jack.
He can follow this one through, and between the speed ups coming through from Ruby as well, just with the command dissonance, it's so easy for them to chase members down.
Managing to make back-to-back playoffs last year, now trying to dig themselves out of a gigantic hole. Patrick and VTO should be able to pick up this kill here. Finally secure. It's VTO that does so, but at what cost? At what cost? Inhibitor turrets are falling, and I don't know how you deal with an 11-2-0 Draven that is protected by a Sejuani and Orianna as well as a Rakan.
What you're supposed to do? Nothing works here. Your engages don't work. You don't have enough poke. You don't have enough wave clear. And now with the Baron minions there as well, like they're just desperately trying to get whatever they can.
They say 1 and 8. If that is the decider for 8, they will play that game. Right now, multiple people knocked up. How did that happen? All of a sudden, Exile have found the kill onto Jack Spector, but there's not much more in the tank. Odo is dropped low. Xerxes and Targamas run for their lives. The wombo worked for 1 onto Jack Spector. They got a second onto Mercer. The tower finally falls, and Abby's looking to chase down Xerxes and Targamas. 2 members of Exile running for their lives. The inhibitor will be the focus. A last-ditch effort. They get a few kills, but not much more.
Well, they might get a couple of towers here. They will get the inhibitor at least on the way out, but Excel will hold on to a little bit more. Ebby going to jump away as well, but it's just nowhere near close enough.
And you can see how that comp could have functioned had they not been 10,000 gold down at 20 minutes, right? If they were able to in the LEC, but along with BDS, Madlines, and G2, so a number of teams looking ahead to those best of 3s if Heretics close this out. And right now, Ebby's on the tower. Before the Forge Guard comes out, knocks up a couple members as Yankos backs away. He's thrown out the prison himself. Mercer will jump away to safety. Odo is dropped once again, just standing in front, and Jack Spector firing away. Maybe he's trying to usher these minions forward. Super's in the middle lane, Super's in the bottom lane. Inhibitor taking top lane. Dagda, this is a League of Legends by the numbers.
I mean, it's League of Legends by unfair numbers as well. They're winning 4 versus 5s. Ebby's just killing your Nexus turrets. Heretics want to end this now, and they are just swarming into the base of XL.
And Jack Spector continues to stack up those passives. 12 and 3, 4 items into the 2 items of Patrick. So you'll have 3 items of VTO. The Nexus turret has fallen. Shock Blast doing some work, but simply not enough. Shockwave is still available for Ruby as the final Nexus turret falls. Focusing onto the Nexus. Repelling up from Xerxes, dropping down. Evie gets a 2-man stun and pops Patrick. There's not enough damage to follow. And with XL being eliminated in their base, Team Heretics advance to groups.
Play around it, you should be strong, but picking Zion now, I don't think there's a lane.
I agree. They're also a bit short-ranged as well. Ryze, Gnar, Maokai has to kind of commit if he wants to go in as well. So we'll see how they play around that range. But I think you're right.
Because they know Shio farmed only 3 camps. They know that he farmed only top side. And hook from Mickey! How does he hit every single hook?
It's just too damn good. Has someone looking for the root here.
Oh my god, don't tell me it's an 2v2 kill.
Uses the heal.
It is a 2v2 kill.
It's a 2v2. It's not going to be enough. Who's going to die? It's not going to die. Mickey doesn't have any mana with the flash. It's going to be the most hype 2v2. Can't quite get it under. He's going to go again here.
This time Ike is here. Ike has flash. Will he commit? Yes, Labrov is dead. There's no counterplay. So many feathers.
So many feathers.
If they have... Oh no. Oh, poor Adam. He's not gonna die. He has flash. Wait, TP from Nuclear Int. Sama shouldn't be able to farm these minions.
Well, they're fighting it.
Okay.
Mickey going in. Bubble does connect, but so far...
Okay, Shio is going in. Mickey has no flash. Mickey has no flash. Mickey's gonna get stunned here. And Lucian dashing in. Lucian doing his combo. Lucian gets another kill. 3 kills for Lucian. Thank you, guys.
So
I know we are being nice.
No, we're not. No, it's great.
So, an ult from... He could have ulted him
into the tower, then chain him afterwards, see if he can land the root.
Okay, BB used his TP, he has ult here.
What was that damage?
That was well played. That was well played.
That was well played. Oh, BDS bot lane looking for hands.
Okay. Hansama still level 5. Kamini's level 6 flashes.
Feathers.
Okay, Hansama is dead. That's 4 2v2 kills. And like full Kali reveal, right? And I don't think Lucian can easily dash in against Marvel.
Ooh. Hansama
very nice. Hansama still has flash.
This is deep.
Okay, this is very, very deep. Very nice. So look at Caps flanking and one-shotting Labrov. Nuclear int, ulting.
Triple knockup.
Maybe again, and Shio is dead. Mickey does dead as well. Okay, 5 kills for Lucian, not too bad. But Lucian dies here. Lucian dies. Does a huge shutdown. Who gets it? Who gets it?
It's gonna kill the 700 gold. That was really deep.
Step up and carry the game.
Definitely.
It's 11 minutes though, guys. So
yeah. Ooh, yike. Oh, flash towards the bot side.
Okay, he's gonna end on the
Crowny nowhere to go. Tries to trade back onto Hansama, but he just can't do it. Meanwhile, the chase onto LeBron underneath the tower. Way to get into that pit. So BDS, we'll see what soul it is. Mountain Soul.
Probably the best one right now.
Pretty beneficial.
And at this point, do you want to keep funneling more gold into Crowny? Like, accelerating him obviously does help you out a lot. Is there any argument to try and stabilize Nuke a little bit in the mid lane instead?
I think they should keep playing to Crowny.
Yeah.
He's going to rise ult to sides. He's not going to run to sides. We'll see a collapse here from G2. There's the rise ult coming in.
Hansama has to pop the Featherstorm. Cullen's going to hit him. Tidal Wave used as well. TP now invested. The Realm Warp Caps to the fray. Sheo trying to escape already. The route onto Lebrov, and he's going to fall. Knock up onto Crowny as well, and G2 collapse. Broken Blade flashing forward underneath the tower, trying to get them. Crowny loads, tanks up an Astro meat, but it's 3 kills. Over 2 G2 in the top lane.
They can just collapse quicker. Caps is ready with the Realm Warp from mid. Broken Blade has TP advantage. So what can BDS get done in the solo lanes now to merit any kind of numbers disadvantage in his top side, or even trying to force something up there in the first place? Adam might be able to get a full bot tower. There's no plates left, so Nuke won't get anything in mid. Drake's up in 40 seconds though, so I think Yikes ultimate's coming up now. BDS first to the river.
Caps at 2 items. LeBron has been hooked once again, and LeBron just doesn't get a chance to move. Tries to flash away, but he's not into the wall. Sheo now going into Broken Blade. Adam coming in with a counter strike as well with the Nature's Grasp. What locks them in place? G2 continue to rip through BDS 1-for-1 so far. Adam flashes the wall, but they lose Prio in the river. Mid lane does go down to that Rifto. BDS actually trying to just barrel down mid here, get a tier 2 if they can.
This is great from BDS. It's a 1-for-1. It took so long to kill Broken Blade that they couldn't turn the fight. They had to escape. They lost to Drake, yes, but they got 2 towers for it. This Herald might even crash onto the inhib tower. They won't be able to pick that up. It should regen slowly. Mickey trying to pull it away to let Caps take it down, and he will. But you can see the amount of damage BDS has when they can connect their buff. So losing a mid tower here for the red, I mean, they probably would have lost it anyway with the investment of the Maokai ult. Has cleanse, he could try to walk up and stop it, but that tower has gone down now.
Be able to take this by himself, and there comes a point in these games where you start to look at how the lane assignments are going to go, Cadril. You know, after 20 minutes tends to be that point as Sheo does face check into Mickey here, pulled back with the dredge line. Sheo tries to get away, but look at the damage down onto him. Death charge being used as well. The tidal wave to try and counter. Hansama with the feather storm. Sheo able to escape without using the flash. Stolen Nature's Grasp. TP coming in, and Adam will be able to jump in, but the feathers pull them back. Adam down to half HP, and Caps is really going to start opening up now. He's sprinting towards him with the phase rush. The bubble connects, but the damage from the rise is absurd. Realm Warp forward. Where are you going to go, BDS? Because G2 are on the hunt. Caps still chasing forward. Sheo falls to an overload, and BDS have met their match. G2 will wipe them off the face of the rip.
And they're going to go straight towards
at least in this game that they can come back from a deficit. Every time they've fallen behind so far in the LEC, they have ended up losing that game this winter split here. Quite a lot stronger on the day after the early game.
Definitely 1-4 coming in here. G2 going to crack open bot tier 2. Broken Blade will just keep the mid waves in and is ready to collapse bot in case BDS look for an engage. Adam's trying to trade a top tier 2 of his own, so that means G2 need to push really hard here and try to get this inhibitor as quick as possible. As the Jax continues to push, Broken Blade doesn't have TP and neither does Caps. You don't want to split up with Baron. So I think eventually Broken Blade could just take this mid tower and base himself, or G2 can move mid and Broken Blade can base Adam. If he recalls here, he can TP.
And by securing it, should be an easy enough close here for G2.
The problem is I ask myself in the situation with BDS, what's their next item breakpoint that'll leverage?
Around his team now going to catch that bottom wave, but with super minions pushing in, it won't take too much help to shove that one forward. BDS trying to defend. Adam joins 3 wards. You're also face checking into a sapling every single time, and as much as it's tank Maokai, it's still demonic embrace tank Maokai. It's so difficult to do. Now Sheo is going to face check. LeBron once again, the one who took the Cullen coming out as well. And BDS try and make their final stand. Blast cone out. Double root from Nuke. Hansama now stepping forward. The hook once again lands onto Nuke. Adam trying to get away from Broken Blade and Caps, but he just can't escape. Stops time for a second, but all that will give him is a perfect view of his death as he falls to Caps. Crowny now trying to escape the Aqua Prison just short. Yike on the flank, twisted advance into the knockback. Caps gets a double, the knob into the wall, and triple for Caps. and G2 once again just clean up in the caps as well. Has had a quiet split so far. Has had a couple of games where he's looked good, but I don't think Claps has really too, though, could tie Team Vitality at the top of the standings. Vitality play later on today, and getting that 1-2 seed makes it a lot.
And Lebrov trying to help Crowny here. Ends up falling to caps. One spell, he's just
getting the 1-4 Broken Blade off towards the side lane. Trying to deal with Nuke right now. Crowny pops the culling down, but you can see it only tickles Mickey now. More like feathers on his back than any sort of lethal shot. And as much as BDS can try and hold on to this one, you have to feel it's all done, but the Nexus is falling. Broken Blade and Caps down towards this bottom side. Realm Warp a possibility for them if they want to join up with their team very quickly. Of course, they can just run across 2 inhibitors now open.
Yep.
And that's the push, you know? That's all you need to do is G2.
They're
not explosive, but all you have to do is slowly chip away at them, as you say.
4 cannons buffed up are just going to sit there, so I think G2 are just going to keep them buffed up and let them do the, look at the damage it's doing. Here comes a 5th cannon as well, just blowing through this tower. G2 don't even need to hit it.
Yeah, Rune Prison hits onto Nuke there. The stopwatch going to try and delay the inevitable. Nature's Grass coming out as well, and Nuke has already fallen. G2 let the cannons do the work and chase onto the fountain. Yike will take the second Nexus tower. G2 toying with BDS a little bit here as they close this one out. Another hook from Mickey, tanks the fountain for a second. Adam going in, but a flash away from Hans Summer will keep him alive. Caps in for the dive, but the Nexus falls.
Who hit the Nexus? Who was it that ended? Cassio is also a really good pick. 3 melee champs that are diving in with the Yumi on top of them.
Yeah.
You're peeling for your Zeri. Sai is not the longest range either, just need to be careful of overcommitting. So Mad Lions has come very everywhere, isn't it?
Yeah, you know it's got...
Doesn't even swap arms.
Gets the stun.
Little chunk.
Miski's like, cool. Thanks, mate. Twin Fangs, ghosting forward, not just fast as well. Humanoid trying to get in. Razork has to flash away. Alioya across the wall keeps Humanoid as bay as well. Spectral more hits once again. Razork trying to fight back against Alioya here. Now, Alioya does have the flash, but he's kind of locked in place. Niski stepping forward.
What is going on?
Humanoid able to get back in. Niski's still alive. Razork takes him, trying to get the reset possession, but cannot get the reset. A double for Niski.
Poison ticks through. Wow, Fnatic were so hesitant to take that fight. Hilly?
Whoa, that's a Hilly flash! Polymorph and splat back! Farm lane, maybe we can get some damage down. Humanoid now looking up towards the top side. You're chasing. You guys know which side of the map is yours.
What is going on?
Lockdown does have the flash, but you can't get away from the Ruthless Predator. Wonder and Humanoid on the chase.
I would be a bit worried as Razork here. If he gets found, he's dead.
That fine gate stolen away by Humanoid. Niski turns it back around, the stun onto Razork, and Alioya's on his way. You can't escape the miasma. Niski survives. Conquest stacking up as well as they turn onto Humanoid.
He's dead as well.
Niski healing up, and Humanoid nowhere to go. Another double for the Cassia.
This Cassio is...
You got a cloak and a ring. Good job. You got a tiny little
a
shield and some little
and he's got his new
Nikes
Nikes
as well. Yeah. Don't think those classify as Nikes.
No, that's
at best
like
that's like New
sandals.
Balance or something.
Yeah. Humanoid's been ganking top on cooldown. This is the 2nd or 3rd time he's visited here.
Dominus from Chasey. Humanoid steals it away. He'll kill the minions for a second there.
The side doesn't have much damage.
Chasey's running away. Wonder's trying to act towards the side. Flash with the Predator, but the stun comes out, and Chasey still gets the kill. And Chasey turns it over with Humanoid.
I think they're both dead.
Everything is going to pieces for Fnatic. Humanoid survives, but Chasey gets out of the 1v2 with a kill.
You know how there's, you know, April Fools?
Yeah.
You got Christmas.
We will show you a replay of the break screen because it's still grotesque. Guys, did it again.
Wait, that's Chasey. Wait, no.
You've been taking L's today, so I thought I'd deliver you
just
one
handing
as
me
well.
them on cool. Wonder's ganking bot. Okay, here we are.
Okay, so Wonder's gonna gank here.
Ooh,
flash away. Hillisang rooted up, pops the wild growth, but he will fall. Kazi was able to get the flash away. Hillisang still very low. The heal. Hillisang gets away. No way. Featherstorm flash. Okay, Reckless gets him in the end.
Well, Wonder has taken up. He's on the way up as well. It's a 3-man.
Okay, Humanoid has no flash.
He has ult though.
Steals away. Glacial Prison.
Is this the outplay of the century?
Miasma. Where's he gonna go, Cadril?
No,
Where's he gonna go?
Wait, Niski's tanking. Maybe Wonder. Wait, what just happened? Did he drop aggro there for a second?
He dropped aggro.
Okay, Razork's here.
You will not die alone.
Auto Q ulti takes the form afterwards, and Niski just ults him, I think, as he dashes forwards here. Yep, gets the kill. So Herald top tower is down. Niski is 3,000.
At the moment, it's looking like they're likely not going to win this. Hilly no flash to get the final chapter in. Hilly will fall. Razor able to pick it up. The Yumi helping him out with a little bit.
Okay. Humanoid's here too.
Elioya's here. Humanoid's joined the fight. Finding a couple of picks here and there. Reckless has got his mythic. Razor will get the red. Elioya getting away with Hillisang here.
Take this fight.
Petrifying gaze. That's hits onto Elioya. The chase continues. Spectral more coming out as well. But the Glacial Prison turning around. Petrifying gets into Razor is enough. As Niski is dominating.
It's not done yet. No flash on Reckless. The stun hit Elioya, but he ults gets the Radiant Virtue proc and then he's fine. Doesn't even have to flash. Wunder knocks back Chasey. Here comes Humanoid, both level 9.
There is a Grump there. He's going to use the slice through Wunder. Don't know if he got the reset on that as Humanoid chases forward, flashes in the Dominus Poctus. Chasey tries to turn this one around in the 1v2. He's won this before. Healing from the Gore Drinker. And Humanoid is just burned down. Kingslayer back. But Chasey slices through him.
This is the second time. Basically spectators right now of just the massacre that is this top side. There's 8,000 gold lead almost in 13 minutes. So it all stings right now.
Everything stings for Fnatic. On Mad Lion's side, you're pretty jolly about this game. Things have got taught how to play snowballing League of Legends here. Mad Lion's still in a pretty big lead. Hillisang trading onto Razor.
He wins those.
Come on, Hilly. You got this, man. You got Astralis. That's so much AP for you. Straight into him. Protect the control ward at all costs.
Yeah. And they're going to get top tier 2 by the looks of it. Wunder might throw it out. No, he can't throw out the ult. There's no one close enough.
Okay,
here comes it. This is it. All in for Fnatic. Try and get some kills.
Final chapter coming out. Niski able to dodge to the side. Reckless with quick cleanse away from the Glacial Prison. Niski's not back with the Petrifying Gates on it. Phantom Storm being used. Niski exhausted.
Big shutdown.
The flash from Reckless. The shutdown goes over to Razork. And now the fight can really begin because Niski's already down and that's so much of Mad Lion's gold. Reckless trying to heal up a little bit. Chasey going back in. Razork diving forward, diving back. Elioya on the front line now as Kazi, still untouched throughout the entirety of this fight, is bolstered by Hillisang, but cannot find...
Gets the Cassio on their side, right? So Razork was just melting through Mad Lions, and that's why the fight was so good.
The Chem Tech Drake would be the third dragon of the game for Mad as well. And Fnatic very much on the back foot here. Need a lot more of those fights.
War of Ages is finished. Humanoids hasn't even started. That's the biggest issue they have right now.
It's on his way, man. Look, he's trying. He's trying to stack it up. We saw G2 actually in this position just push down the bottom lane, but I think Mad Lions don't want to do that. They're just going to look for the inhibitor.
18 minutes
take it.
What do we think about the 18-minute inhibitor?
Well, I think in this game, I think it's fine. I'm going to be honest, because I think they have enough tools to close out the game. The risk obviously is...
That's what they all say.
I mean, yes. And if Mad Lions lose from this position, I will happily eat my words.
I know, and I think Medic will eat a sock with ketchup. I don't know how that happened, but it just happened in the last 10 seconds.
I just realized what
TP behind.
Humanoid has TP, Glacial Prison going wide. Wunder the target though, he's trying to get away, does have the barrel. Chasey coming in the barrel though. Ruthless Predator is enough into the CC chain here. Wunder nowhere for him to go. And Mad Lions pick up another kill immediately, ping over towards the big purple worm.
Yeah, I think Humanoid will try to get this bot tier 1. It's an objective bounty, then try to base. He needs a little bit of mana. And then TP in. That's it. Fnatic do want to contest this, or they can just try.
Reckless now stepping forward. Humanoid yet to base.
This is your moment, Razork. Can you make Medic eat the sock?
Look at all of Mad Lions immediately jump across the wall. Keep Razork at bay, keep Fnatic at bay. 2 waves of pressure. Instead, they just have the super minions in the bot, and then Mad Lions pushing in this mid lane. Now Niski will go up towards top and get that wave, try and sync it up with this mid lane wave, although couldn't get out of it. Chasey fighting Humanoid on the Nexus towers. Mid lane inhibitor tower, the target for Kazi and Hillisang. No wave there for them now. Second wave bolstering up that top lane though, as Mad Lions going to try and split Fnatic around the map once again. Looks like the top lane inhibitor is forfeit here for Fnatic. The Nexus towers, as with super minions on them, mean that they have to back away and try and defend. Another wave in the mid lane now, and Mad Lions are just pulling Fnatic all over the map. Wunder still looking for this engage. Humanoid going in the battle onto Niski, but he doesn't even get knockback. Glacial Prison being used now as Niski starts the offensive. Mad Lions on the chase, on the prowl here. The roots coming out from Reckless. And even the final chapter just used to disengage, but this is 3 inhibs for Mad Lions, 23.5 minutes in, and they are not stopping yet.
Might be over. They still have Cassio to work with, and the Lulu Wolf towers are being chunked out. Only 3 caster creeps left, but another wave coming through mid, another wave coming through bot. They need to get this bot inhib again.
They'll go down. Chasey will start it up. Elioya there as well. Fnatic do have defender's advantage here. They can get back, they can heal up a little bit quicker, but Mad Lions aren't really taking too much damage right now as Niski opens up once again with the Twin Fangs. A Medusa-esque cosplay here from Niski. Mythological in his power. And no real defense for Fnatic. Baron has expired, so these waves no longer buffed up. Super minions on their way, though. Double in the top and double in the bot lane. Petrifying Gaze stolen away, but it doesn't hit anyone. Razork gets the stun onto Elioya, but once again, Mad just disengage and look for their opportunity. to take down these Nexus turrets. Fnatic, last chance saloon on this game at least, as the weekend may be getting away from them right from the very start. They still need to make it into the top 8. They have never missed playoffs before, but Mad Lions are not giving them an opportunity to breathe. Elioya falls low, but heals up right at the end with a heal. I think they're from Kazi. Niski kills off Humanoid. Fnatic just retreat to their fountain, but the Nexus is not even the target for Mad Lions. Instead, they want more blood. Reckless kills off Hillsang, but there's little he can do as he can only watch as Mad Lions secure the win.
Backline, any assassin, LeBlanc can do the job as well. Just, I think Akali's mid game could be a bit better. And the Vi ult on LeBlanc is a little bit tricky sometimes. We'll follow you through no matter what you do. So we'll see how they pair. They'll spot him out just about now. Larson doesn't have TP. Do they have the damage for this dive? Shigenda's just going to run away. I think he thinks he can
Runs
tank.
back in. Gonna get stunned up, flashes away, unable to build up the Mega Knight with another jump. Photon has to flash as well. And Shigenda survives the top dive and is able to walk away, trying to build up that Mega Knight. Won't find it, is eventually forced away, but doesn't lose too much as he can now step back towards his...
And Malrang doesn't have... It's ult up in a sec. It's about 5 seconds.
Last
Ult
here
up
as well. Photon pops the Dominus, arrow just wide. The TP coming in as well with Photon. Emperor's divided down. Perks looking to Shigenda, who underneath the tower will fall.
Yeah, no flash from the earlier play on the dive. He can't really get out. Malrang's ult just came up. Shigenda was a little bit hesitant there because he didn't have the Mega Knight ult. He didn't really want to tank, but he had to end up doing so. Larson coming in with the shuffle has enough damage to get the kill. Perks in a bit of an awkward spot here. He's going to get chunked out a bit. The passive helping him avoid an extra auto attack. Perks actually... Ooh, that's when he'll start pushing back. But the worrying thing for Vitality here is your top lane's losing trades. Shigenda has vision and is pushing in the Renekton, while also they're getting Dragon and they have mid push. So what's the play here? Bo's just farming his mid. Oh, Neon. They might get comps. They might kill him actually.
Booted up with final chapter, cleanse, flash away, but Neon's going to flash to chase him down, and Neon will get his first kill of the game.
Really good play there from Vitality's bot. A really good map awareness there. Here comes the engage.
Perks dashes, but the flash bolt breaker into the cease and desist. Perks trying to survive, but he can't get away from the piercing arrow. Very clean, as you say. Take him to the laundry as Malrang now tries to retreat. The TP coming in. Photon going in with the Dominus. No, Malrang doesn't have the Q or the... Oh, Larson. Glacial Prison connects. The Chain CC is enough to kill off the Emperor. Bo now stepping forward. The Rift Tower secured by Malrang. Vitality, going to go any further? Mega Knight, always a risk. Perks of the game.
TP's coming. Well, this TP
There's an
is
arrow,
really...
there's an arrow, there's an arrow! Oh, the catch! From long range, Robin Hood from the base, Trimby kills off his enemy support.
Oh, Kaiser. Right between the...
He dodges back.
He baits the observers.
Tower. Oh, he can execute, actually.
He can.
Will he get it? Trimby's on the way.
Trimby will tag him, I think.
There's a volley, there's a volley, there's a volley. Yeah, Trimby tags him and Perks
Now
will
give the
die
kill to
Trimby.
Yeah, Azir gets the assist though, and then
Forward as well, but Neon.
Well, they're really chasing this.
Lightning Crash, Aush again, still looking for the chase. Mega
ult
Knight on
flash
his way.
here,
Final
ult flash.
chapter as well.
Oh, he got
Got
rooted.
rooted just as he went for the ult flash, couldn't quite find it.
That's unlucky there for Koi. They probably could have had a kill. Photon. He's using it right behind. This TP is a bit confusing. The timing.
The arrow! Oh, she just steps straight into it! A sitting duck for Trimby, and another kill over to Koi, and now Vitality needs to try and fight this Drake, but you're a man down, you are Perks down, and Koi will step forward and claim their prize. Third dragon of the game.
Wow, that timing from Trimby was immaculate. Pixel perfect, almost. Perks had maybe half a second to react somehow, but I think it would land through his animation of W anyway, so he was probably dead. Perks really struggling this game, and he's against Vi, which is really good at locking down the LeBlanc, and Trimby's arrows are just heat-seeking towards a target. Most notably Perks or a Cat. Let's see tomorrow if there's one that...
Yeah, if a Koi or a Vitality.
See if they can capture a Mountain Dragon.
It's always a possibility. Larson, though, topping the gold charts right now.
A bit greedy up there. He needs to get a base off soon. I think he is. It's really low HP, so he should be able to pick that up. But now, the flip side is Larson will be first this mid-wave.
Yeah, Larson gets the stop.
They have no chance.
Just impossible. Great management by Koi to make sure that Vitality had no way in, but a little bit late there by Vitality.
They have a line of defense. They can't break through this. They're just going to keep pushing. Vitality needs to take a base, reset, and try to find another opportunity. That opportunity... Gap close. They didn't have any bot push. They didn't have any mid push. Perks was a little bit late. Blue orbs it. So smart, you know? Yeah. Don't want to overextend. Want to make sure you check every bush.
And with the Inferno Soul, your poke is ever so much more deadly here from...
They're already over the wall.
Bo can just tank it. Now, where are you going? Glacial Prison a possibility. They're going for the fight. Larson stepping forward. Neon onto the backline. But Shigenda is waiting for him. Not into the wall, and he just can't survive. Laying in wait was the Nard immediately. Vitality shredded. Koi find their kills. They're going to TP to the mid lane as well as look for the chase. Bo trying to get away. Perks, the last two men standing here for Vitality. The shuffle back from Larson. Perks diving away, but Bo cannot have that same luxury. He's caught out. 4 kills to Koi as they look to close this one out.
They walked into the meat grinder and Koi just destroyed them. Neon tried his best. You can't really fault him. He has to go over that wall and try something. His team can barely walk into the river itself. They don't know the health of the Elder. They just have to get in there. And like you said, Shigen, they're laying in wait. Inhibitors are all falling. Looks like they're going through mid. No top wave left. 10 seconds on Neon. The game won't end, but there's only one nail left to go into this coffin. Photon needs to get in a position to flank. Perks needs to find something. Is he dead?
Is going to jump on him. He's just dead! Oh my god, man, he's a pincushion!
One glimmer of hope just slammed in an instant. Arrow just lands. Perks is dead. Now they have no chance.
Final chapter going in.
Have to try though.
Cease and desist. Neon has the flash still. Can he survive? Lightning crashes, tries to dive away from Mao and Bo. Already fallen in the pit though. Glacial Prison not going to be enough to save the rest of his team. Larson! He slides and he glides and only the little kitty cat is left to watch as Koi solidify the win, clean out the fights, and with 2 waves pushing in, Koi should claim their 3rd win of the LEC winter.
Faultless from Larson instantly predicts the flash of Neon, makes sure that he seals the deal and gets the kills. That's going to be game. Great showing by Koi. Will push them up to 3 wins here in this tight race. 2 spots left, 4 teams left for the top 8. And Koi just put themselves 1 step closer.
Cleanest game we've seen from Koi this year as they close it out and claim the victory versus Vitality.